to Cosplay Stitch and Seam. I'm Pannon.
I'm Fire.
And I'm David.
David!
You guys couldn't see it, but I did like robot arms that time. So you're welcome.
So it was just, I just imagined like some kind of like Dragon Ball or JoJo pose that went with it because it was very dynamic sounding.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You pictured it right.
Oh, good.
Beautiful.
Good. Maybe a Sailor Moon pose.
In the name of the audio, I will punish you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh dear. Well, hello again, listeners. It's very good to talk to you again. If you would like to talk back at us, you can send us an email at cosplaystitchandseam@gmail.com or
you can also talk at us on the googly Google form on our website, cosplaystitchandseam.com,
Or you can continue to talk back at us on our Facebook page and join our fantastic community when you send us your work in progress, your horror stories, anything along those lines. We also have a Discord, and we drop a link every now and again on our Facebook and our Twitter. So if you're not a big fan of those social media sites, we've got that alternative for you. We want to make sure that everybody's welcome. Yay! And while you are on the internet and helping us out, there's so many different ways you can continue to do so. We've gotten some great comments on and messages from all across the web, on our Instagram, on our YouTube, and we really appreciate those. They mean a lot to us. But you can also share the podcast with a friend. That helps us so much because we don't pay to advertise. And if you leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, on Audible, on Podchaser, wherever they let you, that also helps the algorithm gods shine favor upon our poor little podcast here in the shadows. And that helps us out a lot. And we also have a Patreon, patreon.com/cosplaystitch. For $3 a month, we give you a shout out on the show. And for $5 a month, you can join our Cosplay Chronicle!
That went somewhere. I'm not sure where it was, but it was somewhere.
No, I'll wait. I'll be here.
All right, then.
Our next stream, depending on when this episode comes out, our next stream is September the 12th. And then if not that one, then October 7th, unless something comes up and we've got a big family function or another con coming up or something along those lines.
Yay! I'm so excited for the new one. And Mercedes, tell us about that photo project you got going.
Yeah, send in your photos. Tell us who your favorite photographers are. And, give credit to the cosplayers in the photos, too. We want to celebrate photographers on a fun video. So get those to us by the end of September. And if you've got behind-the-scenes stuff, I'd love to see those. Those are also fun. Photographer yoga? Heck yes! Let's do it!
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! As always, if you guys want to check out a cosplayer who is also awesome with makeup and has their own line, you can check foxbeautycosmetics.com. That's Fox with 2 X's. And use the promo code Stitch and Seam to get 10% off your all vegan, not tested on animal products. I'm so excited for the Magical Girl highlighter coming out.
Oh, that's going to be so great.
Yeah. This episode, we went to a local convention, which is like one of the first conventions, the first convention I've attended since January of 2020.
Wow.
We went to a local convention, a small board game themed convention called SaltCon. It was pretty fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. You say small.
Yeah,
but it's only small because they limit their attendance. Even that is true. Pre-COVID, they limit their attendance because they get slammed. So yeah, they're very popular. But
they're very
also,
cool.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
like included like in the registration fee, we got like board games and all kinds of stuff. David hosted mini game one shot for our Cosplay Chronicles, and they had all these like fun vendors. That had all kinds of. I got like a really cool ambient music tracks that are just like to play in the background of your D&D to like so help set the theme. He had like you could get one album for $5 or like his entire set for 30 something. It was I need to find the website because it was such a cool idea.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was such like creative vendor hall. It was really fun.
Yeah. Utah is like the board game mecca of the West.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
Right? Right? It's like we're all like family night, board games, yeah. Like it's super duper awesome. Sadie goes to this convention like every year. This is the first year that she didn't go, well, including last year, I guess, because COVID. It was really fun, and she was like, "You jerk! You went when I couldn't go."
Oh.
But I still love her. She still loves me. I hope so.
Good. Oh, good.
I was real worried about that friendship. It seemed tenuous.
We'll find out the next time I go over to her place. She'll do something to me. So.
Yeah. And just to assure our listeners, everyone in our group was vaccinated, and we still wore our masks for the weekend. So. I hope to encourage similar behavior. Be safe out there. Like, I know cons are opening back up, but just remember to be safe.
Yeah.
Dragon Con's coming up, and as exciting as that is, that's a lot of people.
Oh, man.
Please take care of yourself. Please,
that's true.
Wash your hands, not just with alcohol, but like actual soap and water for 30 seconds.
So I tell my kids, like, wash your hands before going into the computer lab, and they like go to grab the hand sanitizer, and I go, with soap and water. Yeah. I saw you eating cookies outside. I don't want crumbs on my computers.
So,
sticky children.
Besides some of the vendor stuff, what was like your highlight of either the con itself or the game? Not to necessarily just pat my back. This was a predetermined thing we talked about before we hit record.
No, well, like the highlight of my time there was definitely the game.
Yes.
The highlight of the game itself. Oh, it was really fun. So the setup David had was we were like all in attendance at a convention, of course, getting ready to compete in the cosplay contest. And some of our guest players were also in a group putting together a cosplay skit, and we got to run into some guest players, which was super fun. Compete in like a battle royale on stage. and there were like hidden judges,
secret judges,
drama mongers, and all kinds of ridiculousness. So it was really fun.
Boobs.
Talk about fake boobs. Yep.
Yeah.
Getting unmentionable material in the dealer's hall.
Yes, that one. Yes.
Yeah.
Toad learned things about himself.
There were a few moments where it's like, I am so sorry. This is David asking, not necessarily in character. What is that? Oh, okay, cool. All right, yeah, that's no worries. Yeah, that's totally here. Totally going to be there.
We got to introduce David into the exciting world of doujinshi. So that was fun. Gosh, it's hard to decide a favorite moment. But I think what stood out the most was I didn't think we'd actually had KOs in our party until that. And dang, some of the people we played against were very skilled, and brain was gone in one shot. I helped very little in that fight.
So to clarify for our audience, the cosplay competition wasn't necessarily just like a skit on stage that they had to perform. It was a fight between another cosplay group, and our guests got to stand up and try and fight our lovable heroes. And some of them went in swinging. Some of them tried to play it safe. One of Vea turned into a horse at one point. And
that's right. Yeah.
Charged at... I'm sorry.
We role played that. Link and Epona had this. Yes.
Oh, that's right. Because we had everyone in the party was for 4 swords, so we had 4 different links, and Vea turned into Epona, and that was probably the best moment.
It was pretty cool.
It was so good.
So this is a tangent and anecdote. I was playing D&D with my in-laws when I went to Australia years ago, and I had set up all these little mini bosses that they had to go fight before they could fight the final boss. And they found this Sedusa-esque character Medusa-esque character, there we go, up in this tower singing opera, and they had... Shut up. They had rolled
I just thought it was Powerpuff.
They had rolled their stealth checks like perfectly, so they were able to sneak into her tower at the very top while she's singing this opera piece outside of her window. And they shove her outside of the window. They succeed their rolls, and the druid says, well, I'm going to shapeshift into a horse, and I'm going to jump out the window with a rope tied around me, and then when I land on her, I'll roll back into my previous form, and then my group can pull me back up.
Oh my gosh.
And it just was so perfect, and it rolled all the damage. So far, as a DM, anytime that someone turns into a horse, the best things happen.
Amazing. Oh, and the other group they were dressed as Okami characters, I think. They had, like, Rao and the Amaterasu as a puppet. And the little one?
No. Amaterasu was a furry outfit.
Oh, it was a fursuit. Like, okay.
Yeah, fursuit, but it wasn't like well made because it was like her first one.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then the tiny one, I think.
Yes, the little gnome was dressed as Isun.
Isunboshi, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cute and fun, and got to see someone be, like, even more abrasive to mean cosplayers. There was no bullying permitted in this game.
No, I had set up this antagonist who was cosplaying as Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter, and he was a jerk. And that's the best way I could really put it on this family-friendly podcast. But he was constantly like bullying and putting other people down, and not only did our regular heroes come in and like, hey, let's talk with this other guy who's being bullied, let's build him up, but like the other group came in, surrounded the bully with our heroes, and just kept like badgering him of like, yeah, that's not really cool. Your costume isn't really that good, and one of them was like, well, clearly he's just playing Hisoka. Hisoka's kind of a jerk, and I was like, roll an insight check. You think that he is role-playing. He's not actually a jerk. And so, like, the entire time, she's just kind of badgering of, like, this is a good character kind of thing, right? Right?
Uh-huh.
So,
and everyone else
great.
is just like, no, he's a jerk.
What about you, Mercedes? What were some of your favorite moments?
When the character that was dressed as Rao was, like, introducing herself in this cutesy voice and like explaining her costume, and then the Amaterasu cosplayer goes, those boobs are fake. And she technically broke character but made it character of like going from this ooh voice to excuse me. But also like Tolan being like, I don't want to be a creep, but I want to know how those are made.
Yep, that was Tolan's quest throughout to find out how they were made.
Unexpected quest. He was so confused. They looked real.
It's a great game. It was a great game. I highly recommend everybody play a little D&D once in a while.
Also, I might draw trebuchet.
Oh, we had like all these cute little like post-it note doodles going around the table during the game. It was so much fun.
I'm talking about the trebuchet girls from the I can't say that word.
That's right. Instead of the Kantai collection or Konkoli, there was the trebuchet girls.
Yes, I want to draw them
parodied.
Now.
So that was clever.
It's so great to see like you put like a small limit. Like this is a fantasy world, but it still has like anime and manga and like pop culture things. And to see like everybody kind of pull together to make it fit this world is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It feels sometimes like I'm reading Axe Cop. I don't know if you guys ever read Axe Cop.
I
love Axe Cop. Oh my gosh.
Oh, good time.
Oh, the night creatures.
Oh man.
So,
okay.
We did get a few interviews. Is that right?
Yeah, yes. We did get a few. We got to talk to people about their thoughts on the weekend. one of the things I was really curious about is if people like felt safe coming back because it was a big event. But I thought they did a pretty good job of like keeping people distance, and most people had masks, and that felt pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. I felt safe.
Yeah.
No, I would agree. I felt safe as well. I'm still struggling personally about like large groups, but the way that this con was organized, there was plenty of space for people to walk away for a little while. It didn't have the con funk, so we were all kind of grateful for that.
Yeah.
But it was a great time. So do we want to jump to those interviews and then we can close up?
Yeah.
Interview time.
Listen. We are here live at SaltCon and just interviewing some of the local board gamers, tabletop gamers, and all kinds of fun stuff. What was your name?
Oh, my name's Kevin.
Nice to meet you, Kevin. When did you first start attending SaltCon?
This is actually my first one.
Oh, great. What got you into it?
Yeah, it's my first. So my girlfriend is a avid board gamer, and she told me about this one, and actually it was her uncle, actually. And he told me that he has comes here every year, and he volunteers, and he suggested that I come to do the same. And so I signed up, volunteered, and
Nice.
spent the last few days here enjoying the convention.
How's your weekend been?
It's been really amazing. Got to play a lot of fun new games and meet some new friends.
Has there been a highlight game for you?
You know what? My favorite one has been Photosynthesis. It's a really cool game where you're playing. You're a tree species, and you are trying to outcompete other tree species in a forest.
Yeah,
that's
And
cool.
the sun like rotates around the board, so different angles will get different trees, and those trees will give you light points, and the light points help your trees grow. And the taller your tree, you cast shadows onto other trees to
build the canopy.
to mess up their growth and build your growth. And so you just gotta go around, and over the course of like 3 years, you just try to grab as many points as possible. That was probably the most fun game that I've played here this weekend.
Nice. So, like, now that we're getting back into conventions and stuff, when we've all been quarantining and whatnot, do you feel like it's been a pretty safe weekend? Do you think SaltCon's been, pretty aware and
there's been lots of hand sanitizers around when they talk to us about the volunteering, and make sure that we're washing our hands. They recommend masks for people that feel that they need that. And I think that the convention goers have been really good about either taking care of themselves or not causing any real issues or causing problems with that. At least that's been my experience.
Oh, nice. So there weren't any like major confrontations or anything like that?
Not that I've seen. I felt like the mood was really friendly around here.
That's great.
It seems like super positive in there, and like sit around, play games, and just be friendly. It's like I love it.
I was looking around for different games to play, and just being able to walk by and just ask somebody about the game. Everyone was real friendly, and I really, like I said, this is the first time I've been to the gaming convention, and it's been a lot of fun.
Good first impression
for sure.
What would you say sets this one apart from maybe other conventions or fan events or things you've been to?
The most amazing thing is this library. There's I think they said 1,400 games that were available. Any type of game that you can imagine, more than I've ever imagined even existed. The people that put this convention on, they just really, it's been done very professionally, and a wide variety of games to make that community feel strong and helpful and have fun. So that's really.
Can you explain the library, like what this is? Because I don't know if the listeners know what we're referencing. So
Sure.
Yeah.
So we're in the game library where we have 1,400 board games that are available for checkout to anybody that's attending the convention. So it's been a simple process to just come in and browse your favorite game or try out something new, and then just check them out. We've even had people, you can take them overnight, if you have a hotel or something, and play them with your friends after the convention, bring them back. There's just been really cool as far as having a good selection of games, trying out something new that you haven't before. So
definitely. Well, thank you so much for letting us ask you a few questions about it.
No problem.
You have a good weekend.
All right.
Hi guys, we are with a couple other con goers. This is
Will
and
Shelby.
Nice to meet you guys. And you said this is your first year coming to SaltCon. What brought you guys here?
We just started getting into board games probably over the pandemic time. And then we'd kind of seen some chatter about SaltCon. So we decided kind of last minute to come on the last day, the one day that we could make it work, and it's been awesome.
Do you feel it like lived up to your expectations?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of the quieter days, but we got in, and we got to get in like a bunch of games that we've wanted to play for a while that we haven't been able to find. Yeah.
Would you say it was easy to find people to play with at that point? Like, you just said, hey, this is the game I want to play. Anybody else want to join me? Or
Yeah, we mostly stuck to ourselves, but if there was a game that we wanted to play, we could definitely hop in if we wanted to.
Yeah, this morning we'd hopped into a game, and just with the community's just awesome. People are chill, and then like the organization and the structure help, like having the signs, being able to just walk up and say, hey, can we join? And having people be chill with that.
No, I thought it was really cool because like I'm used to like conventions that have like maybe a lanyard or something, and they had like board games and they're like take some home with you.
Right.
And this, like I've never seen that at a con before.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yep.
As far as like safety protocols, since we're like still kind of coming out of quarantine and there's all the like new variants and stuff, do you guys feel like it was pretty safe this weekend? Like they treated it seriously, or?
Yeah, I think so. The tables were spaced out, and there's hand sanitizer stations everywhere. So I think for the most part, besides just sharing games, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't think that there was like anything unnecessarily unsanitary, and a lot of people were really respectful. I think the community was really respectful about, giving space and keeping things clean and things like that.
Nice. What have you guys missed most about cons? Since they haven't really been a thing the last year or so?
I mean, so this is our first one.
Oh, not
so
like first con at all.
First con. Yeah, and I think one thing that we are happy, I guess, to counter that question is what we've probably missed out on is the interaction. There's so many hobbyists within the local area that we could probably connect with fairly easily, but there's not really a mode or a location to do that. And then having a con to structure that, and then not only just in person, but then you have like the Facebook groups, like the relationships that forge out of that, being able to meet like different designers, and then that are local, and then jump into their specific communities. I think that's a big plus.
Nice. What do you think sets this one apart from like other conventions, would you say?
I think it's really cool that there's like the breakout for the games, and then just like the local vendors selling their custom-made pieces and just trinkets.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like the kind of the flexibility. Like there are breakouts, or there were different rooms and tables and things, but largely it was like very like free style. Like you can just kind of play at your own pace, meet people at your own pace. Find whatever games that you want without like feeling like it's super structured, like some other conventions that you would probably imagine.
Sure. Was there a game that stood out to you guys this weekend?
Oh yeah, so we played Calico for the first time, and basically the goal is to create the best quilt for your cat to sleep on.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's really cute, and it's really easy to pick up, and it's just like really beautifully made.
That's so cute.
Just like we've liked kind of those kind of like more abstract, like 2-player games and things, and that just really fit the bill. And I know it's new, so it was like a little bit harder to find for a short time. So just being able to play it and try it out was like really fun, and we enjoyed it.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for letting us ask you some questions, and I hope you have a good weekend.
Of course, yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna sit
We are here at SaltCon yet again with maybe some familiar voices you guys might recognize. Who's this?
That's Jazzy.
Dustin.
Yeah. So we this weekend got to do a live play like actually like at a con version of Cosplay Chronicles. What did you guys think?
It was like a really unique setup, and then doing combat with guests was super fun.
Yeah, no, the entire thing was super fun. It was just good to be able to like play with more people, and it was super unique, and I loved it.
Nice. What are your thoughts on the convention in general? Like, I think this is your first time going to SaltCon, both of you?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, it's just a gaming con, so I'm all for it.
I got here a little bit late, so I didn't have too much time to go like look around at everything, so I'm a little bit sad because of that, but it just seemed fantastic. Seemed like good, fun energy and lots of like things to look at.
And we'll like definitely want to do it again on the next one when we maybe know a little more.
For sure. What would you say sticks out like in your mind that sets this one apart from other cons?
The other cons that we've been to, this is like flat out gaming. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just like the nice focus on it. So it's like, I mean, other cons are great having like lots of things, but it's like the nice focus just on purely on gaming. You can try this out, play this. It's awesome.
Yeah, like everyone was having a good time just playing games.
Yeah. So with all the like pandemic and CDC stuff going out right now, do you guys feel like there were enough like precautions in place? Do you feel like it was a pretty safe place to be?
I probably have a skewed opinion on this. I am immunosuppressed. So, like, it wasn't unsafe for, say, vaccinated people, all of that. I feel like everyone was pretty respectful of distances, so that was really nice. Didn't seem like there was a big problem. Didn't feel overcrowded.
Yeah, it seemed like everything was set far enough apart that it was taken care of.
Yeah. Cool. What would you say was your favorite thing here?
Well, I mean, we came to play D&D.
Came to play, yeah.
Don't mind the DM being like right next to you or anything.
It was
Breathing on your
you.
What was your favorite part?
You.
Just getting out and playing and spending time in person with people I like to be around.
Yeah, like I know people have been worried, like with conventions opening up again, about like, I don't know, just feeling socially overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But you felt like it was a pretty good experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was great to just see a lot of people out having fun.
That's good.
That's good energy.
Thank you guys. Thank you. All right, Hina, tell us about how you have been enjoying SaltCon.
Oh, it's nice to be at a convention after 2 years.
What did you like about this one in particular?
I just like how when they had the little players wanted or teachers wanted signs, and people would come over to tables and join, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it seems like a really friendly atmosphere.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's really cool.
Cool. Would you consider coming again?
Yeah, definitely.
What'd you think of all the freebies?
That was really cool. I was very surprised.
What did you get?
I got both of the things. I got the board game and the card game, but I got it for my friend, for my DM. So
nice. You got to be a part of our Cosplay Chronicles live episode.
Yeah.
What did you think?
It was fun.
Yeah?
It was really fun.
What did you play?
I was a halfling fighter who was cosplaying as Isun from Okami.
What was your favorite part during the campaign?
Jazzy's character was so showy on stage. It was so funny. Turned into a horse, and I was laughing so hard.
Nice. Very good. Thank you, Hina. Hi, guys. You want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Kimi.
I'm Kame. You might have heard our voices, too.
You've probably heard their voices before.
Yeah.
What did you guys come out here for?
Specifically to play in this episode of Cosplay Chronicles.
Yeah.
Fun.
It was good. It was fun.
So have you guys been to SaltCon before?
No, actually.
What did you guys think?
I like it. It was a lot of fun. I definitely need to make sure this is on my calendar moving forward.
Yeah. What were some unique things about it that you liked?
I thought it was really cool how we checked in and they were like, oh, and here's a bunch of ribbons that you can just choose from, to kind of tell people about yourself. And
I liked how excited everybody here is about games. I know that sounds basic, you're going to go to a con about a thing and people are going to be excited about that thing, but it was really cute how every attendee was really excited to be here. I actually sat down for a whole 4 minutes to unwrap my new dice tray. And this lady sat behind me and she was like, oh, we're going to be running this game. And I was like, oh, what system is it? And we ended up talking for 5 minutes and I was just now Googling that game because I'm like, I want to play that. And so it's cool because everyone here is excited to play games. And the vendors were very approachable as well, and that was nice.
How was it being at a con and not being in cosplay?
Weird.
Very nice.
I'm still wearing a wig though, and I did that, for like security blanket reasons, so I could feel like I could be at a con. I was like, it feels right. Okay.
I feel like I need this.
I feel like I need this.
So, speaking of feeling safe, do you feel like they had enough like safety precautions and things in place to make you as an attendee feel safe?
There's definitely hand sanitizer everywhere. I noticed that there were also signs expressing to wear a mask or to, be vaccinated and just kind of keep the distance and all that stuff. And I like that the signs were posted there and people didn't just pretend we weren't just getting out of a panorama. So,
Panorama?
Yes, a panorama. In a panorama. Do you not know this joke? What, do you not go to the internet?
I don't go to the internet.
I'm very familiar with the chances of surviving a Panic at the Disco. I know.
So in the campaign, what characters did you play?
I played Liari, the High Elf Monk.
I don't remember my character's name.
I spent so much time randomly generating numbers.
I played an Azamar rogue whose name starts with D. Delorma?
I think it was
Delorma.
Like
Let's say that.
Yeah.
What stood out to you? What was your favorite part?
I really enjoyed just kind of like the whole concept of it. It's like this really fun melding of a lot of worlds that I am a part of. But like, I think that the shining beacon moment that will forever be etched into my brain is watching Jazzy lose it when I talked about Trebuchet girls.
It was a play on like the Concoli.
Yeah, the Concoli. Yep.
Nice.
I think my favorite part was the twist at the end.
Oh yeah.
Where we had secret congeniality judges that were
but that
nested.
happens sometimes at cons.
Yeah, it does, and it was really cute because they were NPCs that we'd encountered before, and like they were judging our actions and
yeah, it was
stuff.
cool to think that like from the very beginning when we first ran into Gil that
he was scoping us out. Yeah.
So as a whole, is SaltCon a convention that you guys would suggest to friends?
Oh yeah. I actually know a ton of people who would enjoy this that wouldn't want to go to other cons because this gives you something to do. It's a lot easier to kind of slide into this and not feel like an outsider.
Yeah, it was really fun to kind of like walk through the main hall and see tables with the like looking for player signs and just knowing that I could just go to any of those tables and be like, okay, what are we playing?
Yeah, and they had a lot of, I know I keep bringing up the vendors, but they were so excited about what they were selling that it made it really approachable even if you were shy, and they would show you how to play their games and stuff. And so it's really nice to support small game creators. And I know that there are a lot of people, or at least people that I know, that love to support small artists and small creators. So this is a great place to do that. And the games are fun. So
awesome. Well, hopefully we come back again next time.
All right, thanks, guys.
Real answers.
Interview time is over.
Already?
It's over. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
I forgot to mention too, we found this awesome izakaya that was just down the street. So we all got to that was my favorite thing was to do post-con, besides the con, was to do the post-con and just kind of sit around a table and decompress and have sushi with friends.
I'll pretend I was there.
that was actually my first time doing a post-con dinner kind of thing.
Oh yeah?
Oh really? What? And gosh dang it. I missed David's first post-con dinner.
Oh, I'm such an old, boring man when it comes down to it. It's 9:00. It's bedtime. I stayed up till 3:00 the morning the other day, and that's the first time I've done that in a year. I'm not even joking. It was fun. It was worth it. I'm so glad I did. But at the same time, I'm I'm going to feel this tomorrow.
Oh boy, howdy.
So tired. So oftentimes, when I do a con, my introvertedness is just so worn down. And I started that day waking up with food poisoning, so I was already low on spoons. but it was so great to just kind of like chat with other people about other things and go back to what happened at the con and then go back to whatever we were talking about and just back and forth conversations with everybody. It was truly fantastic.
Yeah.
I know that for next time that we go, as like someone who's done game development stuff, I want to meet more of the game creators, and there's designers there that are there testing their games, and just be able to just go and be like, all right, what's this that you've made? I want to play it. Let's do this. So
yeah. So speaking of cons, do we have some cosplay horror stories to share?
We sure do. We've got a couple on our Discord server. We have a whole channel just for cosplay horror stories. And no, you don't need to pay for our Discord access. It's free. You just go to our Facebook page or our Twitter, and we drop a link every now and again. So this one comes from Mars Stardust. And they wrote, I was telling this horror story to a coworker today, and I felt like it needed to be added in here. I was making Link from Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
That seems relevant. And I wanted it to be as accurate as possible with real chainmail and real leather. Yes, I am crazy.
Hey, you're my kind of crazy.
To make the chainmail, I used a long metal rod into my drill to make a long spiral with wire, then cut the spiral into individual rings. To cut the rings from the spiral, I was using a cutting wheel on my Dremel tool. I had no issue making any of this. I was well versed in how chainmail was made, because I used to do it with Doga here, so nothing was wrong with the actual project itself. However, when cutting these rings with the Dremel tool, it kicks up a lot of very toxic metal dust.
Oh, no.
And I didn't think to wear a respirator. I got really sick. I was sick for over a week. Lesson was definitely learned. I put off this cosplay for a few years, but I look forward to starting it again with all the safety precautions.
All the safety, thank you.
Good safety. I also did like the similar method where you cut your own rings, and I did it by hand with like wire snippers.
Oh no!
My hands hurt so bad.
I believe that.
So I feel there are definitely things to be aware of so you don't get hurt both ways.
And Dr. Segi even like wrote as a reply of like, that's dedication. And I was like, yeah, it's insanity is what it is. And we applaud you for your efforts. So that's for sure.
And we applaud you even more for learning from your mistakes.
Indeed.
Thank you for sending that in, Mars Stardust. That was awesome. If you would like to send us a story as well, listeners at home can send one to cosplaystitchandseam@gmail.com or
you can go to the website, fill out the Google form at cosplaystitchandseam.com, or
go to the Facebook page and send us your message there. And while you're there, join our fantastic Work in Progress Wednesday community, or join our Discord if that's what you prefer. We would love to see you there no matter what. And while you're on the internet, if you want to share the podcast with a friend, that would help us out. Leave us a review on any of the podcast catchers that let you. Those help the algorithm and help other people find our podcast that may not have been able to find it beforehand. And don't forget our Patreon, patreon.com/cosplaystitch. I forgot to pull up all of the people's names. Banter, laughs.
Oh, while you're doing that, many thanks to those who have been listening on like our YouTube and following our Twitter, leaving comments there. It's so nice to hear from you guys. So thank you for that.
Yeah, it's always fun like seeing stuff on Instagram as well.
Yeah,
nice. No, that's so great, and like we really appreciate it. It makes us feel so like valued in a way of just like, oh, good, people are actually enjoying this and interacting, and we love seeing that.
Yeah.
So those patrons that we want to give a shout out to are Dr. Steggy, James Donaldson, Cynics, at Queer Eye Sci-Fi, Hal Kaz, Hot, Riku, Rena Mira, Jazzy Kofed, Jaguar Quinn, Gloria Shu, Sudi, Stacy Pitt, Shock H, and
Silver Deeds. She really deserved a better voice than that. Silver Deeds.
Silver Deeds. Final round.
Silver. I love it.
We've also got our photo submission project, Mercedes.
Yeah, go ahead and send in those photos. Photographer credit, cosplayer credit. Get those behind the scenes photographer yoga as a bonus. heck yeah, gonna put it all in a fun video. So I'm excited to see them. Oh my gosh.
Woo, woo. Remember, you can always check out foxbeautycosmetics.com. Use that promo code STITCHANDSEAM, all one word, to get 10% off of your purchase. Thanks, as always, to Macy Roberts for the use of her music as our theme song, and David Jeffress for his amazing editing. Bless you for doing this again in the convention halls and all the sounds of that. How are your podcasts going, David?
They are going so great. Now, listen, if you've caught up on all of Cosplay Stitch and Seam, that is fantastic. We have so many episodes. And if you want something a little bit different, I've got Comic Trades Monthly, which is a comic book podcast that's kind of a book club form. This month, we are going to be reading Shang-Chi, and I am really excited to see what that is. I've never read any Shang-Chi or any of the Kung Fu comics from Marvel, so this will be really exciting. And if you want something a little bit more story-driven, maybe an audio drama, I have The Last Voice. At the time of this recording, episode 20 of 26 is coming out. And we're so close to the end of season 1. I'm so anxious. And this is honestly one of the harder episodes for me to start getting through. So I hope you guys are along for the ride and have as much fun as I am.
Yes. Good. I'm so excited.
yeah.
So I was gonna prepare a board game pun, but they're all just so played out. Hey. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for listening. Bye, guys.
Bye.